was broken. Fuck all of these bitches, I can't trust no woman. Unless you my mama, all you bitches broke me to the core. Even my best friend don't check up on me, but lying telling me that she...
Plus right now, so I can't join any matches, but I could always probably get on Code's account. It's literally FGC and then Dojo. Like, literally.
DOJO?
Yeah. It's there when you go, like, to CFN and stuff. Don't worry about it. If not, sure not. But for now, let's, how are we feeling, boys? Are we all ready for today's Vibecast? I know for Coldy, this is random and impromptu, so... Which I appreciate. I mean, yeah, when I don't... Do you actually see the notifications when I posted way back, Coldy, or no?
No, it doesn't really notify me.
Well, whatever. Like, yeah, because I was gonna tell you, like, when I do those, like, to add everybody, like, that's for everybody. So just know that does include you. That's why I was like,
gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, because I almost never ping everybody on this thing. So when you see a red notification, there's generally a good reason for it. And more than likely, it's Vibecasting. That's why I was like, I don't know if you were prepared or anything. Do you know what we're gonna talk about today? More or less, a little bit. Like, it's Vibecast. We talk about everything, and it's gonna loop into video games as it always does. But do you know what the starting topic of today is?
Not really. No, sorry.
No, that's fine. So we're gonna be the starting topic is gonna be about the Olympics. So.
Oh, we are gonna go with that.
Yeah, I mean it's a good start.
Does that mean we're gonna?
The only reason I'm saying because we're technically haven't started is like so then you can get okay what things we want to talk about. Is there anything that you think has happened the past month or two that you really want to talk about, Coldy? Any gaming news?
There was one. I can't remember off the top of my head, but something recently happened with GTA 6 or whatever. There's sorry, I'm very fragmented right now, but if I remember someone, apparently GTA 6 is only going to be playable to consoles and not PC players or something long. There was huge controversy over that going down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I actually, that one will be a quickie, but that's fine. We can cover, like, this is why I say it's a point, because we actually haven't talked about GTA 6 at all, so that's fine. Alright, cool. Then we'll just do things as they go. Alright.
Just fair warning, I might not have many opinions on the Olympic stuff, because I haven't really been paying attention to that.
No, that's perfect. That's why it's on here. Anyways, alright, so we both ready? We all started?
Sure.
Perfect. Alright, hello everyone, it's your favorite FGC VTuber, and today, well, you guys already see, I mean, the thumbnail is going to be one of two things. The giant main topic, who knows, might that be long, I'm going to put 4. But we're already in Season 2, what, Episode 5? Yeah, Episode 5, and today we're joined with Vile. Yeah.
You know what's interesting about Episode 5 is that that's your Episode 5. My Episode 5 might be a huge different thing.
Boy.
But I am the detective. The best detective of all detectives. The greatest detective, as some say.
Oh my god. Okay, and then we're joined here with also back again is Coldy. Say hi, Coldy.
Hello, Blue Buzz.
And also, you two haven't met before, right?
No.
I'm assuming. No.
I do believe this is our first time meeting.
Yes, indeed. Hello. How you doing, Cody?
Yes.
Doing good.
I said it that way just because I almost said codes, and I'm like, okay, no, just for people to know this is not codes. This is Cody. 2 different people.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of my friends also nickname me Blue, so if it's easier
Blue?
for you to call me Blue, you can as well.
Interesting. Blue. In my blue little car and a blue little... No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Hey,
that song goes hard, though. That song goes hard.
It does go hard.
Oh my god. Okay, this is a good start. You guys are talking about something I don't even fucking know.
You don't know the song?
Oh, that one. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you for the tone. I forgot how the tone was.
Yeah. But anyways, as you guys see, these two have never met before. It's our first crossover, and you guys are, we already have intros. I mean, you guys want to learn, go watch the goddamn podcast and give me money, bitch. But anyways, so today's podcast is, well, actually, you know what? First, mini update on everything that we're doing a little bit. But you guys already know the channel's actually, see, today we just uploaded the Swascast. So we're a week behind there. And we got all we talked about Black Ops 6 a bit, Silent Hill Remake, which some things we'll talk about again on this one. And Majors, and yeah, I mean, that's what's up with me, the same old. And deving, we're kind of on a month break again, every now and then, because deving destroys my hand. And Coldy, like I said, when I get the chance, I'll hop back on to trying to get your model stuff.
Oh, listen, don't even worry about it.
Yeah. So, but hey, look, Coldy can attest, and I think maybe. Well, whoever saw my streams can see that I was spending a lot of time modeling. That was like a week. And then I said, nah, you know what? I'm not happy. I'm scrapping it.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so that's my update. What about Vile? What update do you have for the people today?
Updates. I have no updates on my channel except that I haven't uploaded in a while. I just got my Game Pass. I bought the 3 months ahead, so I'm probably just gonna start recording a lot of Call of Duty today. I just downloaded Call of Duty on the PC, so I might get some footage.
All right, perfect. What about you, Coldy? You got any updates for the people, or you're just vibing?
I'm just vibing for the most part.
Fair enough. All right, then we're good. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is the Olympics. Let's start off with Vile. Or if anything. Coldy, you can start off. What are your thoughts on the Olympics, and what can you give off? Right.
In regards to the Olympics, I know they have hoops. Other than that, I haven't paid much attention to anything else about the Olympics.
I mean, but in general, though, like, hey, here's another thing, because there's a reason why. You did you grow up knowing about the Olympics? Was it like a big deal around you, or like what's your at least general perception or thoughts on the Olympics?
Yeah, I did grow up knowing about the Olympics. Basically, it's isn't it basically just one big tournament amongst everybody and athletic abilities?
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, that's the gist of it.
Okay.
Happens every 4 years.
Oh, it's every 4 years? I forget what amount
so.
of time.
The only reason why I know is because the next one is 2028 already. Then they already banned breakdancing because that one person ruined it. The Australian person, that was in breakdancing. I don't know what that was. I don't know if you guys saw the Vile video of where she was just doing like, she was like on the floor. She was doing like some crazy C movements with, she stretched out her hands and she's like touching her toes and whatnot. It was like hands and toes type of dance. And then she, somewhere out of nowhere, she did like the zombie walk, I guess. It was wild.
Oh. And you were saying, Honor, or Coldy, what you were going to say?
I was like, listen, once they add button mashing on controllers as an Olympic challenge, then I'll start paying attention.
That's crazy.
That's a joke, obviously.
That'd be interesting, though. I have the information of how the medal tables change every day. If you're interested in looking at it, it's in the. It's in the.
Yeah. So my whole thing is what I'm trying to get at is like you're not very like. Outside of that, you just know it's just for like. Have you ever seen like clips before about the Olympics, Coldy? No, not really, nothing. So here's the other thing: is you generally don't care too much about the Olympics, right? That's what I'm getting at.
It never really crossed my radar, so I can't say that it really holds much. I can't say I have much opinions on it. I'm sorry, GG.
Oh no! This is good. There's a reason why I'm asking. Trust me. Well, in I guess last one, it's not like you're not like you never really cared about like you're not like an athletic person or anything. You're far more of a gamer and artist, right?
I'm pretty athletic. I'll exercise every now and again, but I wouldn't say that I'd go out and want to go out and challenge an Olympian marathon runner.
Right, but like, you're not like crazy into sports though. That's the other thing too, right? Like, you don't watch sports teams or like play like crazy sports or anything like that, right?
I enjoy watching baseball and football, but that's about as good.
Okay, cool, perfect. All right, that's all we're gonna ask of you, good sir. So don't worry. No, that's perfect. Like I said, so the main thing. Oh, what about okay? We'll let you go next, Vile. Okay, your whole thing on the Olympics. Go.
My whole thing. The first thing that I knew about the Olympics was the shooting one. Obviously, the one where no mass shooting. The shooting competition with the Korean.
No, I'm talking about like in general. We're not talking about
general.
Now. Like it's starting up. Like, how did you know this and that?
How did I know about it?
Yeah.
It started with Nintendo Olympics.
Okay, that.
I was like, oh, there's a Nintendo Olympics, and then soon later I realized, oh, there's a real life Olympics. So that's how I knew about Olympics.
That's actually funny. I did not know that. Do you care that much about the Olympics, Vile?
No.
Really? Oh, you're on it. But did you see a lot of clips beforehand, right? And you heard about like...
That's the only reason why I knew the Olympics was happening, because of the clips.
Oh wow. Like,
Yeah.
oh, here's my thing. When did you first start seeing clips about the Olympics? Was it the Rio one? Because I know that was a big one.
Actually, I didn't see any clips of the last one, 4 years ago one. I never saw any clips of the Olympics. Like, I
Okay.
don't recall any memes crossing my feed.
Mm-mm. If anything, like I said, I think Mar and other ones will have more to talk about because I actually haven't seen any of them. Right. So now we go over to me. For me, obviously, I know about the Olympics. I got into sports and all that booga hooga. But I personally love the Olympics. Like I said, I'm a huge person into like sports and all that kind of crap. And the reason, and the thing is, you would think, like you two would probably think. Here's a better question, Coldy. How much do you think I would know, care, and watch about the Olympics, knowing who I am? That's my question here. What's your assumption?
I would honestly, it would really be dependent on your interests and how it would correlate with the fighting community games you play.
True. But regardless, though, it would be a safe assumption for everyone here to be like, oh yeah, he's obviously into the Olympics, right? As someone who loves like sports and shit like that and be athletic. And which generally, yeah, like to me, the Olympics is like because it comes back all the way from like Athens and Greece, right? Like it's old school as fuck. Like Coldy said it best. It's literally a competition for everyone to see who's the best at insert athletic sport here, whether it's track, and it's particularly for me the aspect I love the most is like martial arts, right? From like wrestling to boxing and pankration. If anything, I've been recently learning that a lot more is pankration.
What was that?
It's literally the fighting style of Urian from Street Fighter. It's an
Oh,
old ass like it's basically the Muay Thai before Muay Thai. But like you don't know like basically like the Olympics is cultured as fuck. Like you have to be like a legit cultured as
I'm
motherfucker. Like
surprised
yeah,
that
no,
you
like you know
care
what I'm saying?
about
Like
it.
I love like sport, like I'm really into it. So I'm pretty sure it's because it's a surprise that I don't care for like modern Olympics at all. And that's why I really want to talk about it, is like what is it about the Olympics that doesn't keep people's attention? To me, I think it's a huge I think part of it for me personally it's a combination of a couple of things, and I would like your guys' opinions. Like my overall opinion, why I think the Olympics just isn't what it used to be. It's just people are just degenerates or don't have an actual taste in art. People would rather watch some booty water shit like the Kardashians, or have absolutely no, or they're just losers and don't know how to like actually keep in shit, or maybe don't have a sport. I think that's fair, right? Maybe if there's a sport you don't care for, I think that's fair, right? I just think the modern average person is not cultured, or they might have too much going on in their lives. But I feel it's also part of the Olympics' fault, which something that Coldy said earlier is they're not doing a good job of appealing to the youth. I think in a sense, and I think it's in two parts that the average person just doesn't give a shit about actual sports. Like they'd rather fucking play, fucking video games. And the Olympics has been really slow to adapt that. The only one we have right now that made sense was Street Fighter. But what I didn't like is, oh, okay, we have Street Fighter at the Olympics, but it's a pre-event to the Olympics. Like, no, you need to have me for Team Mexico and Daigo for Team Japan side by side with all the other fucking Olympics people. For anyone to, that's just me. I think the Olympics is really out of touch and out of date. And the final nail in the hammer to me is the fact that it's on cable. Who the fuck here's paying for cable, bro? That shit needs to be on the internet. And that's why, like you said, all the famous things, they're all clips. They're just clips. I mean, that's just why I feel. That's why, like, I don't care. It's because, like, I can't even watch this shit if I wanted to. I literally can't. It's like, fuck. But yeah, I mean, which one of you two wants to go out first off of what I said? I want your guys' thoughts on my perception on why I think the Olympics is just kind of cucked, honestly. Wow.
I think you're right about that. It should be on the internet. I also think they should add the new sport that's been popping off a little bit, where it's like tag.
Wait. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I think tag should be on it next. I think that's the only one I think that should be next.
Oh, you're funny.
I don't know what else that is new sport related. Like tag was just being pushed. It was popping off in 2000 and I want to say between 18 or 16. I can't remember exactly.
And they go hard, dude. They actually
do
go really hard for no reason.
And that's why you need clips, because clips shows people that it's like a little quick ad. You're not even realizing you're watching an ad, but then you realize like, oh snap,
Yeah.
this is
Basically, I think the production value is
watch.
trash. They need to adjust. Like, I know it sucks, but do like TikTok style format for some of this shit. That booty water attention span. Wait, is that all you got? You agree with what I was saying, and that's your inputs, Vile?
Yes, sir.
Or not honorable. God damn it! See, this is yeah. But Coldy, what do you think about what I said earlier and what Vile said? Do you agree with that statement?
I believe that the statements could have some valid weight to them. I mean, if you do the same thing over and over and over again, eventually people just get bored and move on.
True. You make a good point. Yeah. See, this is why I like having different people, because they'll have like different takes on the same shit. And like you said, and what would it take for you, Coldy, to be personally invested in the Olympics? Like, what would be something that would make you be like, okay, I would watch that shit? Well, like an art contest? Do you think we need more? We need a speed run for arting? That'd be cool.
Speed run for arting, yo.
That'd be cool. See, look.
Interesting. I'm gonna be honest with you. What was that one athletic show? It was called the World Ninja something.
Oh, the American Ninja Warrior?
Yes.
On G4?
I got more enjoyment out of watching that than Olympics, to be honest.
No, that's fine. And you know, I think you bring a good point. I feel like the thing is like, I think, you know what, you just nailed something, Coldy, that made me realize, I think the other reason why it's not just that people aren't cultured, like, is that we live in the age of entertainment, right? And I said this before in the last Vibecast, you guys check it out with Swanson, I thought that you compete with everything, right? And at the end of the day, just watching people run, like, it gets cool, like, when there's a record, then, okay, cool, we'll watch the clip and that's it, right? But no one's gonna sit here for an hour and watch people fucking run. It's a very boring activity to watch. You know, like, that actually just dawned on me. Holy shit. Like, unless you're, like, really into, like, the shit, like, I don't think the average person cares.
Yeah. And I mean, in particular sense, too, it's just, like I said, I don't really pay attention to too many athletic, sports-like things, and I know I'm probably offending a lot of sports fans when I say that. I'm sorry. But when I was like watching the American Ninja Warrior thingy or whatever, like I was walking by my TV one day and it was on, and I just saw this person in a T-Rex costume just scaling all these absurd obstacles and doing like parkour, and I'm just like, I was stopped in place looking at this T-Rex costume person just pulling off all this other, just like, how is he doing this in a full Drake costume, T-Rex costume, and he actually succeeded.
You know, and it's crazy, like, people don't understand, like, dude, a lot of those, like, the people in them, what do they call them? The mascot outfits? Like, no, they're in shape as fuck, bro. Like, you gotta be in shape to be, like, a mascot motherfucker.
You have to be in shape and more to be able to go through what hellscape that was and actually succeed.
Right, true, yeah. But I mean, hey, that was a good shout out to all the people, in mascots that yeah, no, dude, it's not just for show, man. They do all of, like, it's practical. They can do it in the goddamn American Ninja Warrior. I think another thing, what Coldy's touching upon, I think that the American Ninja Warrior does is that, I think it's two things, right? Like, it really has that wow factor, because you have all kinds of people, and you're like, oh man, this kind of person, I never had this dude that was like 60 something years old, he was like from Brazil, you're like, what the, you know? Like, you get all these people, and then they also, I think another thing they do, I think the Olympics lacks, again, super behind, like I said, how they need to up the production value. It's like, you get a snippet of their story, like, you get invested to the people as like as a person, right? Like, your story, like, one dude's like, oh man, I worked at a dead-end job, something, like, they make them super relatable, and it makes it that more, like, painful when they lose. I think that's something that the Olympics really is lacking. And they have it, right? Those are some of those memorable moments, right? But the problem is they're few and far between, and trying to get that many people to have, like, I don't know. I think the problem is that the format of the Olympics is too out of date. I think it's something that needs to be stretched out for a whole year. I think covering it in a month or two is just not enough for how many events they do. And I guess another thing is some events just have to get cucked. I think if an event's just simply not popular enough, or in my opinion, lame as shit, get rid of it. You know, that's just me. Maybe it sounds like a dick thing, but like, and to also, I'll say this much. I think football, or for the American soccer, should not be at the Olympics, because we already have a World Cup. I feel like if something already has its own world thing, then the Olympics serves no fucking purpose, if I'm being quite honest.
I think it's to, like, make sure it still shows that, since this is a country representation base.
No, but that's the thing. That's what the World Cup is.
Yeah, I know, but this is also for them to get another medal versus just a World Cup.
See, but then what's the point? You want to say I'd rather that spot be used for something else. And here's the thing, man: people who are gonna come for football. I mean, I guess the other argument is all those people who go for football.
You know what that means, right?
The other Olympics,
if they add another sport, that's probably gonna be extra more medals.
Yeah, I don't know.
give it. I don't know if they have like a day limit on how long the Olympics were supposed to last for, because I know they keep adding.
No, they do.
Stuff.
Their schedule's tight as fuck.
Their schedule's tight. Okay, so, geez, that makes me wonder then, right? What I didn't realize is that so I was going through the comments of this page because I was curious to see what's up. But people were like thinking since America and China has technically went tied, but America had more points. Is the athletic people they sent out there? I always wonder like what's the qualification for them to get out there, but America sent like this person said almost 600 people versus China sending 400 people. So I'm assuming that the other people have to be multi-pros at other sports for them to fill in the spots.
And even then, the thing is, like, no, they just send a lot. But like, dude, to be dedicated to an Olympic sport, you have to like be only for that. Because having the body for a sprinter is not the same as having the body for long run. It's not like maybe there might be an Olympic event, one or two. Maybe someone who's like a stamina runner or cyclist, like, but they have to be really fucking close, or that dude is like ungodly talented, right? Like, or I guess like for a sport where like say someone's a really good baseball player and a soccer player, like that's not unreasonable, right? But I think sports where it's heavily dependent on your body type, like you're not gonna have someone who's running be a weightlifter. Fuck no, they're two completely different body types, right? So that's the main thing is like a lot of the Olympics is really just seeing humanity at its peak, right? Like you get some like. And it's good. So it's also a competition between like it originally started between like oh let's get people from different regions of Greece and see who's the best, but also see like the height of human achievement, right? Like you're not gonna see no fucking scrawny dude lift the same weight as a dude fucking that's Thor, and you're not gonna see Thor outrun fucking the dude from Kenya.
So you see on the Discord of my stream that's running right now.
Wait, hold on. What are you doing?
If you click on it, you get to see the graph. And then you also see the breakdancer, the breakdancer I was talking about.
Lame. All those people find a way to hit on the use because they're just bored and we're just over here like... Oh shit, what the fuck is going on with that ground? Oh, the thing about that... Okay, so the other thing about that I don't want to get too on is the thing about... The main countries that win is Japan, or no, USA, China, and Russia. And the thing is, they take the Olympics way too serious. Like, actually way too serious. They see it as like a sense of pride. To be like, oh, see, look, we have the best athletes, so therefore we have a better military. That's all that is, bro. And at the end of the day, that's how it originally was. It was just a flex to show that, oh, dude, if we went into war, I could beat you. We have better runners or some bullshit like that.
Or we have better sports players.
It was also a way to also be peace. Because, like, when they did do that, a lot of the countries would stop war and be in truce. I found out about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But, I mean, yeah, going back a little bit. So, yeah, were you able to think of anything, CODLY, that would make you think, like, oh, yeah, I would fuck with the Olympics? Besides, like you said, I forgot what it was earlier, but it was there.
Sorry, friend.
Nothing? Not even, like, you can't even, like, not even a Final Fantasy tournament? What if it was a Final Fantasy tournament? Would you care then?
Well, the Olympics are supposed to be about, like, athletic things, like
True.
track, and all those types of things. So, I mean, I can't really imagine them putting any video game or anything like that into the Olympics.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, CODLY.
And it's funny because I feel like they need that now more than ever. And like I said, Street Fighter was in it. So was Rocket League. But like I said, my problem is it wasn't like a full official thing. And the cool thing is like a lot of like I said, esports like Street Fighter cover all the bases. Even other there's even two dudes that were actually professional sports league people, and they were invested into esports. And they were like, yeah, no, a lot of esports they were talking about specifically like Counter-Strike, COD, and Street Fighter. They're like they have a lot of the elements of actual sports. The only thing they're missing is that athleticism, right? And that's why like I feel like. It's funny because I do agree with CODLY for sure. Like, it's definitely, I would say, stick it primarily to the athletic thing. I think outside of Street Fighter, they shouldn't add anything else because there is some form of like quote athleticism, but I get what people want. And then at that point, like they need esports. Like that's the honest truth because esports is bigger than the Olympics. That's just an honest truth. No one gives a shit about the Olympics, right? But then we kind of lose the purpose and the point of the Olympics, right?
I want CODLY to answer this first, and then I want you to answer it. CODLY.
Yeah.
What sport would you choose if you could be in the Olympics?
Me?
I asked CODLY, and then you could answer.
Honestly, I would have to know what type of things. All I know is they have racing. I don't know what other sports they have.
They have a lot, low-key. So you got me there.
They did have a lot. Yeah. I think
fair enough.
Mine would be basketball because I like to shoot my side shots.
Oh, you're funny.
Yeah, and then I would have to do the shooting one. I'm curious to see if I could shoot with whatever material they used.
I'm gonna be
I
honest
did think
me.
I saw. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Coley.
I do think I saw a video on a YouTube short or something where they had all these guys with like decked out tech equipment to shoot the gun at the bullseye, and this one guy just walks up, lifts his arm up, and just bullseyes it without any equipment at all.
Oh yeah. So you heard about that too? Yeah. You know what? I guess we'll talk about that. So here's the lore behind it. Everyone was saying he was a hitman. That's what was going on with that. Because usually they do put gear, but the lore is he actually serves like for a police force and for his country. And he says the reason he says like, oh, I don't need. It's like because when we're in the actual field, we shoot with two eyes open, so that's what I'm used to. So that's what I went. Like he went with what's comfortable for him. And yeah, no, the dude's a great shot. And even everyone's like, yeah, no, that makes sense because in real life you want both eyes open. Like if you want to be a marksman, yeah, one eye. Same when sniping, right? But in the actual field, like it matters more that you can have a much bigger wide of view. At the end of the day, and it worked, right? Like at the end of the day, it's a competition, right? So it just worked for him, and he has a lot of experience because it takes years to hone a lot of these crafts. I can't stress that enough. But yeah, that's the lore behind that. Everyone was memeing it, and to this day, people still think like, oh, he's an assassin. It's like, oh, they really got an assassin in the Olympics. Because that is this pose that's considered the assassin pose, and you know, famous because of John Wick too. But like, no, it's a real thing. Like a lot of these things, whether it's assassin or not, like it's like with fighting styles. Like, oh, just because an assassin doesn't like, no, it's an actual fighting style. Just because you happen to see it with a particular group of people doesn't necessarily mean it's only an assassin style. Just that's a style that's very popular amongst actual combative roles, whether it's a police officer or the military. But yeah, that shit is funny though. He does look like he just looks like an assassin. That's the other thing. My homie looked like he killed some people. But yeah, that's the lore behind that. I'm glad we did cover it. Anything else you wanted to add to that, Vile? Do you like that I explained? And dude, it's crazy. I don't know how I found out about this. I just seen it randomly. Like, oh, so that's the lore behind that.
I found out because I saw a bunch of memes on it. Because it was between them. A lot of people was like, oh, nah, she wasn't cool. This guy is cool type of deal.
Oh yeah, because she went hard. Yeah, did you see the what's some Asian chick with like all this gear and shit? Like, bro, everyone says like, oh, the main character, the cooler character than the main character, and it's just him. And that's like, and that's, I don't know. Like I said, to me, here's my. Oh, I'll get back. The sports I would enter, I would say I'm actually really talented at running. I think I would have definitely done track. I think maybe even hurdles. Like I even was thinking that I should have never done soccer. I should have done fucking track and field instead. Because I'm really gifted at that, and I guess I'm like a martial art, right? Whether it's judo, karate, or Greco-Roman wrestling or boxing, this would have been one of those four I would have boxed with for sure. But the main thing I really want to get around to is I think the Olympics shouldn't even be around anymore. I don't know if you guys heard, a lot of countries don't want to be invested in anymore, right? Like Japan, like they had so much, dude. I wanted to watch the Japan one so bad, and I was there. I seen the things they did personally. Like, dude, the fucking train spoke in like 20 different languages, bro. Like they were all in. But it's just like I said, the problem that who the fuck watches cable? They don't have a good way to advertise this and that, whatever. And it's just like, you know what? And yeah, Japan, that was their life. So think about it. They invested like a couple $1 million into their stadiums and shit. And to just be like, you know what, we don't want to participate. And that's been for a lot of countries, dude. They don't want to participate. The Olympics are costing more than it's worth. And a huge reason it's risen is because of broadcasting. You have to pay for all these broadcasters. Oh, yeah, for the fucking. Oh, we were updating the standards. Oh, we use HD recording now. We don't use shitty CRT recording. It's just too expensive. It's crazy how the production value is what's taken the most, but their production is absolutely atrocious, bro. And part of it's, I know, because of these contracts they have with these fucking cable networks. And if I'm being honest, if I were the Olympics, I'd be like, no, you know what? Fuck that shit. Like, we need the zoomies, the normies to watch our Olympics. We need to, like, have professional memers. If anything, I mean, I don't know. That's just me. I think the Olympics, for their own good, need to kind of go on a hiatus. Like, outside of a handful of really, really big ones, I wouldn't fuck with it. Because the other thing is, dude, being even an Olympic athlete is not worth it. A lot of them are actually really, really, like, broke. It takes a lot of money to invest into gym memberships, the diet that goes into this. And that's why, again, why is China and the US? Because they have programs to support this, where other countries, like, nah, bro. Like, good example, Brazil. They're one of the best in soccer, but up until they became well renowned, homie, it was just some random poor dude with a ball, and he just played the shit out of it, and he got really good, and he happened to find a bunch of other people that were just as good as he was. Whereas you got Russia and China, literally, like, where they have scandals with steroids and drugs and shit. and having entire stadiums like, you know, you get scholarships. You know, a good example here. Oh, are you really good at sports? Here's a whole full paid scholarship to college, right? That's not an option in a lot of other countries, or they just don't care. It also really depends. Like it's like in Mexico, for example, if you're a boxer or you play football or even wrestling, you know, like baseball. 100% you're getting, but other sports, it's like who gives a shit? Like actually, who cares, right? Like if you're in the like even out here, right? Like good luck trying to find like a hockey league or little league here in like in Chicago, you're pretty good. But like say if you're like in a neighborhood like Mexican or black community, they don't give a shit about hockey. Get fucked. But in Canada, you'll find a shit ton, and that's why we kind of see. I feel like it's also stagnated. Going back to what CODLY said is when you kind of have the same countries winning over and over again, and it's not even like you know like again, who's gonna beat Russia and goddamn Canada? You're not beating them in hockey. You know? It's the same thing if we had a salsa contest. Who the fuck's beating Mexico? Ain't none of y'all got salsa. That's unique to my country. You know, like, it's a motherfucker. And it's just too much. You know, imagine you get what I'm saying, right? Imagine having to build bases for hockey and shit in Mexico when it's hot as fuck and no one gives a shit about hockey there. So now you have to have an infrastructure that's not going to last you a year just because you need to support it for other, you know, it's kind of bogus. But yeah, I think that's another reason I think that the shit has gone up, right? But, I mean, I don't know. That's just me. Like I said, I think it could still be around, but I think it needs to be heavily nerfed. Like, we need to have only a handful of events. It'll be much easier to manage that way, too. And I think a lot more countries would be willing to do it. And I'd say, again, make it like a year thing. Like, stretch the time. Don't just put it in 1 month. Because it's just not going to happen. But that's my thoughts. To end out the whole conversation about the Olympics.
Oh, and it. Wait, hold on. There's
I mean, how much more can we talk about?
There's some more things. It's not a meme, but it's like a wholesome moment of, you seen where her name is Zhou Yaquan, the Chinese Olympics person, where she looked over at the other two people that bite their medals because I guess they're used to doing.
Oh yeah,
that.
That's a thing.
Yeah,
thing
and then she joined in. It's a lot of people drew like the expression of like the
funny.
face, like she's like worried, and then they put a little heart on the next one.
Oh, that's funny.
And then I forgot what the next one was because I was really. There was two things I wanted to mention. It was that and something else, and I already lost it. So I guess now we could cover it.
I mean, CODLY, do you have anything? Do you agree with my statement of feeling how the Olympics should probably nerf themselves a little bit? CODLY.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize my mic was muted. I said, in general, everything has room for improvement. So more or less.
All right, cool, fair enough. Now, we'll transition. So that's the Olympics in a nutshell. And like I said, we need more gaming stuff. Like I said, for next Street Fighter, just because like I said, wouldn't you guys think it'd be cool as fuck if you could see me there next to all the athletes and I got a goddamn controller in my hand? Like you can't tell me that's not cool as fuck.
And hopefully Snoop Dogg will be there again.
Hell no. There's okay money. Especially I think for like, dude, it's funny for esports. There's better money for us for the Olympics than them because like, dude, it does not cost as much as it does for someone to take a gym membership. As to let me go show up to my locals. You know. But yeah, CODLY, bring up. There's something you brought up earlier that we would like to talk about that you thought was a controversy as far as gaming related. Would you like to explain to the kind people that you were curious about?
Oh right, that one thing. I was still looking into it. I was just more surprised than anything. But apparently, GTA 6 is only going to be for consoles and not PC.
Okay, so let me give you the down low about that. Actually, so that is true. GTA 6 will be only on consoles. But here's the thing about that, for those of you who don't know. GTA comes from an era where games were, like, PC versions didn't really exist, right? Let's give a big breakdown. Like, games back in the day, either it was, like, straight PC or straight console, right? Very few games outside of, like, Doom and Quake would get crossover, and because this was completely different hardware. That's why back then, you didn't really see as many ports. And in PS2 era, we were closer. Like, there was actually a port of Vice City, I believe, to PC. I don't know about San Andreas. I know later on there is. But the thing about this, when it comes to companies like Rockstar, they generally, what they'll do is either they'll only release it on console, that's all they care about, because they care about the major demographic, or they'll port it, but they'll port it late. And that's what that situation is. So GTA 6, much like 5, because the same thing happened, people don't know, GTA 5 for the longest time was only on console. It got ported to PC way later. And part of it's because they're not as good at porting, or they want to make sure that it's a really good port, or a combination of both. So the thing about that is, like, yeah, it's just not releasing on PC. It's definitely going to come out on PC because GTA has actually blown up on PC compared to the old GTAs, and it's more mainstream in a sense. But yeah, it's not gonna release on PC day one. And the thing is, we don't know if there's an announcement. Like everyone's almost contemplating, oh, it's not. No, it's gonna be on PC. There is no doubt. They make too much money even on PC version. They just haven't made an announcement for when they're making the PC port yet. Because I'll tell you guys this much, even with how much easier it's gotten to do this, porting is a motherfucker. I've seen a couple documentaries about it myself since I'm indie deving, and even having to deal with it myself as someone who wants to have it on Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Yeah, no, porting's a motherfucker, dude. Like, just a single 1 or a 0, oh, the game's unplayable. It's just one fucking number, bro. It's like, oh, shit. So part of it is that they do... Rockstar is one of the few companies that has really good quality control. They do have a couple bad PC ports, but that was early on. So that's part of the reason. I know for sure is because, one, I don't think they made an announcement. Because, again, Rockstar, for as much as I'm not the biggest fan of them, I gotta give them, they're much like Nintendo. They do release high-quality products. Like, they're not super buggy. They are 100% worth what they give you. I mean, heck, GTA 5 was one of... I still make the argument why I think games shouldn't be past 60. GTA 5 is, to this day, is one of the most expensive games of all time, and they still only charge 60. You know, minus the shark card bullshit. They realize, oh, wait, microtransactions are the future. So I would say modern Rockstar is a bit shitty, but yeah, that's what's going on with that, CODLY, in case you're curious. It's not releasing, but this is not a secret to anybody. Like, it's surprising because now people know, but like, because PC's more in the light now, but before no one cared. Like, no one even knew if it had a PC port. But yeah, that's all it was. It's just... It's nothing out of the ordinary. Like, anybody who knew, like, I already knew, like, oh, it's gonna come up for console first, and maybe a year they're gonna announce the PC port. Like, I already knew. So to me, it's like, oh, this is nothing new. And it's weird they didn't make an announcement for it though. But hey, whatever. I just guess they really want to take their sweet time and make a good PC port. But yeah, yeah. Now you know, CODLY. The more you know, dude. I know so much random dev shit, stuff like this. That's why, like, when you ask, like, "Oh, dude, see, I want to see it," and then it's like, "I got you, dog." Mind you, I knew this way before I became a dev. That's why I think me transitioning to being a dev was very seamless, because I understand the pipeline. Vile, your thoughts?
I think Rockstar is just lazy.
No, I mean the devs of the company.
No, I think the employers just probably doesn't really want to fund it that much.
No, they fund it. No, they fund it, dude. Trust me, they fund the shit out of it.
Unless, my bad.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I did see a video on YouTube, I think, where there was somebody actually coming up with this theory. The reason that GTA 6 isn't coming to PC is because PC players are cheapskates compared to console players, and they don't want to pay the full price.
Oh, dude, that's a stupid argument. You know what? You guys want to talk about that argument? Can we talk about that argument and why I think it's so fucking stupid? Sure. You guys down for that? I mean, Vile, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm not aware of PC gamers being cheap with their...
I can go a little bit detail if you want.
Yeah, no, go, please.
So, what the article or what they were explaining was saying PC players are very, very displeased that they are starting to have to pay $70 to $80 for new games, and game developers or game designers or whatever are saying you need to get with the times. And they did this whole statistic thing saying that PC gamers will only buy a game. I think it was 39% of games are bought when they're discounted. Another 30% of games are 32% of games are purchased at full price, and some other absurd percent that games are bought when they're free, monthly free. And saying on how PC gamers will only buy games when they're at their cheapest, unlike console players.
Well, Steam has their famous Steam sales, and I think everyone is smart enough to wait for the Steam sales to, save that bread.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I'm one of those players. I'm not gonna, no. Steam sales exist. I could wait a whole season for that game. It's not my fault they released it good enough for it to be on sale for the season. Silly devs.
You're funny.
Yeah, like I said, like, I'm paraphrasing. I could be completely wrong on how I'm reiterating this, but I'm just telling you what I've saw from the videos.
And the thing is, dude, no, you're 100%, because, dude, that's basically, I'm gonna keep it real. The only people who say that bullshit are a bunch of console fanboys. Like, I see other people that treat them, and that's the same shit. Oh, cheap. First of all, like Vile said, like, dude, they make money. So for those who don't know, here's the lore behind this. games on PC used to be $10 or way cheaper than the console version. And as you guys saw the mini history I gave, generally they were inferior. And second, they would come later. So part of the process, like, yeah, no one's gonna pay full price for a game that's old. And to this day, yeah, no, that makes sense. And then the other reason, the final reason, believe it or not, and I'm surprised they got rid of this logic that like if someone spent $1,000, they're gonna be less likely to. I think it's a weird philosophy, but it makes sense. Like, let's make the games cheaper so they'll actually be more willing to buy it. That's the original reason why they were $10, and only until like PS4 era, because they could come day one, this and that. They charge, and most PC gamers didn't really have a. I mean, some of them, the hardcore, like the OG PC gamers, that were mad because they were so used to not having to pay that much. You know, it's all it is consumer stuff. And the other thing is why they say it's cheap. They're not cheap. PC gamers are just smarter. So when they make their whatever, no, they're just smarter. They'll wait for Steam. So this, and again, like how Vile said, that's why like the idea that Sony, I don't know if you know, CODLY, but Sony's dumbass. The reason they're porting games to PC is so that they could want to come to PS5. So when they come day one, they're like, oh, they'll be too impatient. They'll have to buy a PS5. Like, dude, since the PC existed, they've waited for ports for games for years. They can wait a couple days or years for a game and then wait for it to go on sale. Like, they are patient as fuck. Like, they're not stupid. That's what I'm really trying to get at. Is console game, PC gamers are way less stupid than and I'm gonna attest to this. Like, good example, just the amount of console players that don't know how to use fucking Discord are fucking idiots. That's all it is.
The only thing that gets me raising my eyebrow is like I saw these articles where like PC gamers are cheap. They'll only buy things on discounts or on Steam sales, yada yada. And like, okay, I used to be a huge fan of PS4 or the PlayStation series. But here, let me give you a little tip. Console players are no better.
Exactly.
You know what most console players do? They wait for PlayStation Plus free games to come out. And sometimes there was this one time, Last of Us 2, it came on free to play just a year after its release on PlayStation Plus. Bet you every gamer and the grandmother waited for that year so it would come out for free. Console gamers do the same thing PC gamers do, so I fail to see how there's a difference between console and PC.
Right? No, that's stupid.
It's like the same argument with how, PC players hack and use aimbots, so PlayStation and console players have aim assist with their controllers. Your point?
I feel like that's a different. Well, I mean, yeah, no, but regardless, the whole thing is that they fail to realize, like, dude, they're like the same people, bro. Like, it's the same kind of, like, there's sure more of a trend for one thing or another. Like, the whole cheating thing, yeah, you're gonna find more cheaters and hacker on PC because it 100% is easier to cheat and hack. But to say that console doesn't have, you know, it's that whole thing, like, yeah, you'll see more of something insert here, but that doesn't mean that it's not a thing on the other thing, or, you know, that's really what it is, right? Like I said, oh, they wait for sales, they're cheap, like, if anything, no, what's funny, that statement is, dude, console gamers are even cheaper. Like you said, I didn't even think about that. The whole plus thing is like, dude, people really do wait for it to be free. Not even a page, just for free. Good example. That's why Game Pass is so fucking good. That even PC gamers are like, whoa. This shit's really good. You know, they were really hesitant, but it's like for PlayStation Plus users, like, oh, hell yeah, we saw immediately that was worth it. PC users took a while to realize how good that shit was. So now they're like, you know what, all right, Game Pass is pretty tight, right? It took them like 3 years to really adopt the Game Pass, right? It was slow. But yeah, no, that whole argument is really, really stupid. And again, to me, it makes the less sense. Like, man, imagine spending $10,000 and be like, oh, 60's too. Well, I mean, 60's fine, right? But like, oh, 60's too much. Or you know what? I want to be smart with my money. What? Who like? That's such a dumb concept. I really don't get that.
I really can't make this up right now. EA Play just sent me a notification that there's a sale for their games in August, and it ends on the 19th.
But yeah, to me, I think it's just common sense for anybody. Like, here's the way it works. Even for me, this is what I always recommend. Unless it's a game you're really hyped to really get and can't wait, and it's not trash, or you benefit from it. Like, for me, the only games I really buy day one is if it's for my channel and I get the money back, which I do usually. Or it's like a fighting game because I compete and stuff. Outside of that, I don't buy shit day one. I just genuinely, because at the end of the day, people don't realize it is a luxury thing. Like, you're only going to buy, like, oh, let's say I care about this IP or something. You're going to buy it day one because that's something you support. Other games, maybe you're not as big as Street Fighter. You're going to buy it later. Like, you're going to buy what you care about far more first. That's what it is. So, like, say you play, like, a good example, everyone's a variety gamer, right? Most people are, I've mentioned this, but very few are actually only insert one thing here. Maybe they could be a specialist. But let's say, ooh, a new turn-based RPG comes. Oh, you're going to fuck that. Everybody else isn't, and it's good. We do need people like that to be able to buy because you're the main pillar of that series. Because most people don't give a shit about turn-based games. For fuck off all. So it is good. I think it is good that you do have the mentality. Especially, I think if it's a niche. I think it's like if it's something like Call of Duty, who gives a shit? They make money. They're fine. That's my best philosophy. Like, if it's a niche genre, or indies, 100% buy them full price. But if it's something like, you can wait, like good example for Call of Duty, like you can wait. Like I don't pay for Call of Duty games full price. I wait or Game Pass or some bullshit, right? Like they did with Modern Warfare 3, because I know that years down the line people are still gonna play this shit. That's the biggest thing, right? Player base, and I just don't like. I like COD. Don't get me wrong. It's something I do actively play to a degree, but it's not something that I'm like, I don't compete in it. It's not something I'm like super whatever. I mean, granted, I cover in the channel, but that's my whole point. Is like if it's like a super mainstream AAA title, like it'll always be there. If anything, that'll get patched later on. But the people that need your money the most are like good example, the Capcom game I'm currently fucking playing. This game needs our support, not fucking all this other shit. And I'll talk about this too. I want to talk about this game specifically too. But yeah, no. That's I don't know what led into this. CODLY, repeat to me how I ended up talking about this, if you can.
I don't know. I went on a small tangent about how players complain how PC players hack all the time during crossplay, and PC players say, "Well, you have aim assist on your controllers," and it's like,
right.
guys, like, this is why I kind of stick to single player games sometimes. It's because I don't like listen to all that toxicity anymore because it just sucks out all the fun out of the game.
Yeah, I guess another thing too. I would say also just who cares about all. I mean, look, I'll tell y'all guys. First of all, cheating is a mad problem. In particular, and again, like I said, that's not a old console PC, dude. That is a FPS problem. FPS players are the biggest bitches in the fucking community. Like they all think about the fact that someone makes, oh, you have aim assist. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like that's so stupid. Like why? Oh, because you have this, I'm gonna cheat. Like that's so dumb. Like that's how you know they're bitches. But yeah, no.
Activision have like a big issue with hackers and cheaters.
Yeah, no.
With their COD games.
Yeah, they did, and they've been cracking down hard on that shit. And here's the situation: they actually are, because they've been losing money because of it. Because it's true. I mean, good example. I don't even play their COD games because there's too many cheaters. They even sued a place on the website. Like they're actually trying, believe it or not. Companies will only try if they lose money. That's just an honest truth. And they have been. They got a lot of people arrested, this and that. But here's the thing: why do we still run into cheaters? Because we've gotten to a point where technology and the way to cheat has gotten so advanced that it's almost impossible for unless you literally have Activision money to actively stop cheaters. That's why I said I'll talk about how I talked about in the last livecast how I have my own cheating system to be. You have to have humans and shit like that. But yeah, no, they still have a cheating problem. And the biggest thing is because it's a community problem. You have like 1 million people that play COD and they're all just bitches. You know, that you can't stop 1 million bitches from cheating. That's the bigger problem. Like you can put as much money as you want. You're not stopping a million bitches from being bitches. You know, they're just bitches. I'll keep saying that shit because they are bitches. That's why they keep bitching about skill-based matchmaking. Meanwhile, Street Fighter players keep cheating their dumbasses. It's like, what? You don't want to face people your same skill level? Man, you guys are some bitches. But yeah, no, and it's particularly, and at the end of the day, like, oh, what about other ones? Like, here's the thing. I'm gonna keep it $150 with you. Outside of FPSs and fighting games, there's not that many good multiplayer games outside of this. And as you say, oh, RTSs, dude, no one plays RTSs. You know? So, and then again, I'm with CODLY. Like, dude, I've been seeing in comments, like, I'm just done with online. Either it's terrible, the community's terrible, or there's cheaters. Like, I'm like I said, outside of like fighting games, like I really don't play online games. Like, I literally look to my school, like trust me, this is me we're talking about. And I look at these and I'm like, I don't feel like playing like 90% of these, bro. Like online specific games, outside of like maybe, and this is again, AAA indie games have been killing it. Chivalry, Insurgency, Sandstorm.
Insurgency, Sandstorm.
I haven't run into a single cheater in Chivalry. Like, you know, like I said, same, and that's why like I was so upset that Tarkov had a cheating problem, because that was like one of the most honest FPS communities. But because of the fact that there is genuine money to be made, see, this is what I mean. Like, money just ruins everything. The second money's involved, it just actually ruins everything. The second people can make a profit from Tarkov, that absolutely ruined everything. That's what we had a cheater problem. Like there's cheaters in Tarkov, not because they care about winning, but because they care about making money. It's not the same reason why they cheat, but it's still, at the end of the day, doesn't matter the reason, it ruins the end product, you know? Which is why people have gone out of the way to make offline mods for Tarkov, which we've been promised an offline mode, and they haven't given one us yet, so it's like, at this point, we're like, fuck it. So shout out to the Tarkov community.
I can't actually play the game because it's $250 just to get the base.
Oh, they made the base $250? Damn, fuck, I didn't even notice that one.
Wait, what the hell?
Yeah, I told you a while ago, I went to try to get the game, and it's $250.
Yeah, when you said that, I thought you were talking about the deluxe edition, not even base. I didn't realize that.
That is crazy. How lucky did we get? I paid $50.
I paid $60-ish, and I got the deluxe edition.
Oh.
I was willing to pay $60, but when I saw the $250, I was like, oh, let's go in other directions.
That's insane.
I mean, honestly, if you really wanted to, dog, you could probably get like if you ever want to, because I guess I'm gonna fuck with the modding stuff and whatever. Like on God, you could just dead ass get like the offline and co-op mode that I'm gonna get if you ever want to. I mean, I don't know. And this is the thing, I'm surprised you want to play Tarkov. Like Tarkov is a really hardcore game. You sure you're up for that? Cody?
I love survival games, and I used to be a huge, really good Battlefield 4 player. So
Oh,
like
fair enough. All right.
when it comes to guns and survival, I'm one of the best.
Well, I guess we'd still have to for sure wait till your PC's up. So, like I said, it's a future video so you could join because, like I said, Clockwork is on. Because, dude, here's the thing about Tarkov: that game is like the crisis of modern PCs. Besides, like that shit, like dude, your laptop's not handling that thing. That thing is a
I was,
monster.
and honestly, it's probably a bit of a fib now that I said I was one of the best survivalists. Seeing I've been out of the game for a while, I'm probably rusty as all hell. So I
I
probably
mean,
the
being good at a
sluggishness.
survival game is more of a mentality than it is a skill thing. In Tarkov, there's a skill. I mean, here's the thing about Tarkov, right? Like, I guess, like it's literally no other game plays like Tarkov. Like just the best, closest is Insurgency. Like it is a tactical shooter, and there are very few tactical shooters. Like people think, oh, Battlefield. No, Battlefield is an arcade military game. Like it's very
Well,
arcadey in a lot of senses.
let
Tarkov
me
is insane.
explain.
Go ahead, yeah.
So when I said that basically my survival skills with the game probably is rusty, I'm not saying like, oh, I am a master survivalist, blah 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 blah. No, when I say survival, I'm not talking about like, oh, we need this, we need this. I'm talking about kinetic vision, using
Mm.
common sense. Because there's players that will hide around a corner. There's players who will camp spots. Like you need to use like common tactical sense to tell where you're going.
Mm. Yeah, no, that's why I feel like for that. I mean, I guess people can be rusty, but I don't know. For me personally, like, 'cause I love survival, so like that's something that doesn't leave me. Like, it's like the biggest thing when I play any game where it's one life or survival, I tell them, just play like a bitch. Like that's how you're supposed to be. Just play like a bitch. This isn't COD. Like you get shot once in the wrong spot, you just die. So like you said, oh, someone right camping around the corner. Oh, let's like I said when we play the SWAT games, me and Vile, we're like, oh, we do call outs. We're like, wait, this door might be booby trap. Let's like go from the side or something. You
Oh
know.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's what I feel like. I knew that's what you meant, but I feel like that kind of can't go away. Either you have it or you don't learn it. That's what I mean, right?
I
And
used
then
to
the other,
grind my I used to grind my teeth on survival games like that. If you get killed, you lose all of your gear, no
yeah,
exceptions.
right. That's
But
kind of
if
the fun of those.
Tarkov lets you keep your gear, then yeah, I don't mind playing more casually.
Yes and no. So here's the thing about Tarkov is that's why I pay deluxe. You have what's called the gamma kit. You can only put a handful of items in there, and generally you always put the most expensive things that you're trying to sell or yeah, that's usually what it is. Because the whole point is, oh, let me get expensive shit so I can upgrade the base or some bullshit. But yeah, no, you die, you lose all your shit. I feel like it's a good in between. Like you can keep only a handful of stuff, like the main reason you went there. But most of your shit, no, that shit's gone. But you can also do raids where you can use what they're called scavs, and they already come pre-packaged with like guns and stuff. And the whole point of them is like you go on scav runs, call them, and you just go there to get stuff without really risking any of your main equipment. But they only refresh once an hour.
I'm on the website right now, and it's still $50 for the base.
Oh, what the hell? Did they? Oh, they
Yes.
must have reverted it.
I
They
don't
must have
think you
reverted it.
scroll
It
down
must have
because
reverted.
there's a 250 one. I'm looking at the 250, and that's
Ah, okay. So
the
then,
the unheard edition they call it.
again, regardless, I wouldn't worry about it. Cause like I said, once I could find the offline and co-op mod, I would just share that with you so we could run it. So, because honestly, they need to backtrack that shit. Because even
I
the
must have missed
250
the
for
base price.
yeah, no,
But
250 is still too much. I don't like, dude. I said it before. No game should be past $60 to $70. I don't give a fuck what edition bullshit you're on, dude. That's just stupid. And on top of that, they were supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like at this point, it's like, nah, dude, you're kind of breaking promises at this point. And like I said, I haven't updated my Tarkov, and I won't. Because like I said, like no, well, because people are already making mods for this version, so I'm not even gonna fuck with the like. And like I said, I don't even play online anymore because like the cheating problem that they have. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like a lot of the Tarkov community really set their foot down. Like, nah, we're not changing our stance. Like we're all playing the version I'm on right now, just modded. Like we're not updating it, nothing. We're not paying. It's like, nah, dude. Until they make that 250 fuck off, we're not doing shit, dude. Straight the fuck up. Like that's what again, like I said, Tarkov is probably one of the best gaming communities I've ever been a part of. Like they're the only ones that actually put their money where their mouth is. Unlike some people, oh no, like dude, literally Plus raises price, and only the smart motherfuckers are not paying for Plus like me. Meanwhile, you got dumbasses that want to quit Plus just because they nerfed fucking titty physics in some booty water fucking titty game. It's like really, this is where you draw the line. This mediocre
That's
Stellar Blade
crazy.
garbage, not them raising the price for Sony. It's like, dude, that's why I can't fuck with some communities, bro. Definitely modern Sony fanboys are like the worst. Like they're just actual idiots. Like, dude, you're the reason this like.
I stopped trying getting PlayStation Pluses when I realized they jumped the price from 60 a year to 80 a year.
Exactly. See, like, come on, no. It's just like, dude, I'm to the point. You better charge me Nintendo and Game Pass. Give me $20 for a whole year, no exceptions. You can fuck off, dude. Like, I'm just tired of it, and everyone's tired of it too. You know, that's the only way you speak with your money, dude. Ain't no one trying to pay $60 for this shit. I just want to play online, and that's the funny thing. Most people just want to play online, bro. They don't give a fuck about the Plus games. Like, it's like, oh, cool little thing, but once you beat it, then what's the point? Like, no, bitch, I want to play online. The fuck? Yeah, no, but like I said, and that's what I say. Even multiplayer. Oh, obviously, games multiplayer. I'll buy a PC. I'm not buying that shit on console. Fuck that, dude. I don't want to get cockblocked just because I don't pay for your booty water ass service. Fuck off. Yeah, I mean, I guess
one of my friends literally screamed once when they were like, "Oh, this the PlayStation Plus is $80 now. Joke's on you, Sony. I could get all these games for free if I get the Game Pass. Looks like I'm going to Xbox."
Yup.
Yo, you were so lucky, Sony, to hear you say that.
I wish Sony heard that shit so they could get their fucking dumbasses knocked in. Seriously, like, look at that. Look at how just, like, dude, like, literally, I've been playing my Xbox way more than my PlayStation. Because, like, hey, man, Game Pass is cheaper, and it actually is worth my fucking money. Piece of shit. Yeah. But is there anything else you guys want to... I mean, that was a good, nice side tangent, like I said. But yeah, there you go. That's what's going on with Tarkov, online gaming, yada. Like, dude, like I said, we're not even alone. This is, like, your sentiment's not even, like I said, I've been mainly playing offline shit. Like, I'll play maybe online here, there, whatever, but it's mainly with the boys, and outside of shit. I mean, heck, I don't even play Street Fighter competitive no more, because fucking... But that's an input issue. That's not because of cheaters. Like, that's a different reason why I don't play SF6. Well, like that. I still teach, though, as we saw earlier. You know, we out here teaching the nooblets.
Is the inputs or is it your skills? No, just kidding.
Okay.
You know
Says the dude who can't even get Bob bronze.
Aw, damn, you got me.
Yeah, any other topics you can think of, Cole, that you want to bring up? And like I say, if it's anything that you really want to talk about, if not, there's always next Vibecast, right? Because I know that this one's like to catch everyone up to whatever topics that they might have wanted to talk about that was relevant. Which is, I'm surprised. You know, I thought about these one, like, oh shit, yeah.
Coley, what you be playing right now?
Oh, it's the one game that I swore never to bring up in front of GG again. FF14.
Oh wait, what? No, I don't hate FF14. I just don't care. I thought you were. I thought you were either gonna say League or Grand Blue. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, no, I'm playing Final Fantasy 14. I know that basically you said that you want nothing to do with Final Fantasy 14, so I figured you wouldn't want it brought up in your podcast.
Oh, that's fine. Nah, I just like I said, it's just something I'm really not gonna play. I got too much shit going on. Yeah. Oh, you know what? No. Mini tangent, I guess, or no, Cody, go off what you get, because I'm gonna go off hard on the tangent. So you finish your thought.
I know what about your tangent's gonna go off. I was gonna lead you into it too. I was gonna say, but yeah, Grand Blue is an amazing fighting game.
Ew.
What is this Grand Blue? I need to search this up. Give me a minute.
Do that. Don't do that to your eyes. But the main thing I really wanted to get at is fucking, what was it? This is the problem. The other reason why I don't like multiplayer is everything has to be a live service now. Like, I'm sorry, bro, but not everybody has all the time in the world to play your booty. And here's my golden. Remember the rule of 3? There can only be 3 live service-ish games. But the thing is, there's like 100. You know? And that's the other reason why I can't, like, that's why, like, for Final Fantasy, one of the #1 biggest reasons I definitely can't play, besides I don't like it that much, nor do I care for the world of Final Fantasy, is, homie, I genuinely do not have time for a single live service game. Not even one. I ain't got time for games that are like, and I mean, like, there's just actual live service. Like, my Final Fantasy isn't live service, right? It's an MMO, right? But anything that requires you to basically make the game your second job, I already do that with fighting games. I don't have time for literally anything else. That's why, to me, one of my biggest focuses is the game has to actually be fucking good. Like none of you have FADCs, none of you have combos. Like, I am not gonna waste hundreds of hours in your game if I can't make money back, or it isn't the most MLG shit on earth. That's really where I'm at. And some people don't get that. And that's fine. Like, that's why, like, I don't know if you guys heard the stupid World of Warcraft losers, you know, tried actually playing like an actual game. I don't know if it was Street Fighter or Diablo or something. I don't remember, but they were like, oh no, it was Elden Ring, and they were like surprised, oh, the game's hard, this and that. Like, yeah, because it's an actual fucking game You know? Yeah, so that's I think like some people who play these live service games or even MMOs like don't understand. You know, games are actually really fucking hard, right? You don't just sit here and click one fucking button, dog. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like MMOs don't have their level of depth, but it's not, you know, at the level of say like even Elden Ring or Ninja Gaiden. Also, how do I summon these dudes?
Damn, dude, this game looks hard. I might have to get it.
No. But yeah, that's my whole tangent is like I'm glad live service games are dying because like dude, they are so fucking pointless. I don't know what else I wanted to go off of that, but that's my main thing is just in general. I think all these games that really want to waste time are just the most jackass. Oh wait, did I give him a roll?
What?
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's all I got. You guys got anything to add to that? I fucking hate any game that wants to waste more than 100 times of my fucking time.
Live service games is.
Yeah, and I consider like MMOs live service too.
Well, obviously, I think they do what, like daily updates and stuff like that. And they got battle passes, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think they have battle passes. I'm pretty sure on that one at least.
So they're always going to be around, some sort of version at least. I wouldn't be surprised if GTA 6 has a live service.
Oh no, it's gonna.
I still can't get over the fact that the GTA peoples was basically gonna try to make players pay per hour to play their GTA 6.
Oh yeah, you heard about that shit too? Yeah, dude, a lot of these CEOs are mad out of pocket, bro.
I was like, I'm sorry, what are players parking meters now?
Dude, that's the thing. You've seen a lot of those quotes, right? I'm pretty sure too, Coldly, where like they say out of pocket shit like that. All people should pay per hour, and the Ubisoft CEO, people should get comfortable not owning their own games. Like, well, I guess you're gonna get comfortable me pirating your games then, bitch.
I
still remember that one meme that said, now this isn't my quote. This is a quote I read off of a meme just for the record show on stream. The meme literally said, if players don't own games, then pirating games isn't illegal. I'm like,
yep. Yep, I agree with that. Oh my least the one that pissed me off the most and why I'm not no longer like big with Capcom is when the dumbass said, "Oh, $70 is too low for a video game." I'm like, I'm sorry, what now?
Now,
like,
yeah, what's worse is I just saw another person post that same meme and then post a picture of One Piece under. It said, "The One Piece is finally real."
Oh yeah, people have been posting a lot of, I've noticed, like any pirate kind of meme. Yeah, no, dude. Capcom saying $70 is too. Like I said, dude, I made a whole video about that. That's how pissed I was.
Yeah.
Like fucking asshole.
Ubisoft got fucking railed hard by its player base when they found out about that.
Oh yeah, dude. Yes, they should. That's why I say I'm so glad a lot of these live service games are dying. Because, like, bro, people realize... You know, it's just physically impossible. Like, literally, they said the most you can keep track of is three live service games. And, like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I have a buddy at I know he juggles between World of Warcraft, Fortnite, and I forgot what the third game was, and I'm like, damn, he has to juggle all those threes. And he doesn't do just the live service, but also the daily objectives.
Oh, hell no. See, this is why I feel like fighting games are some of the best quote. They're not really live service, because, like, dude, you can just hop on whenever you want. Like I said, people can hop on right now. You're not really missing anything. Like, you're fine. You know, the only real live service is just getting good, and if you care about CPT Tour. Like, I feel like optional live services is the way we need to go, if I'm being honest. Not forced live service. I feel like, I don't know if that's a term that exists, but that's how I feel with fighting games.
I don't think that's could be possible.
Again, Street Fighter is there. You don't have to engage with their battle pass, and even if you do, it's like, in 8 hours, you can easily fill it out. You have plenty of time. And even if you missed it, you could just buy back the shit you missed. Unlike Fortnite, where it's limited time.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
But yeah, anything else you wanted to go on about, Coldy? Did you want to bring up?
Oh no, sorry.
No, that's fine. Like I said, Vile, anything you wanted to bring up from your notes? I know you got probably a lot you want to talk about.
Yeah, no, I have a lot of my notes.
Oh my god. Wait, some Olympic players win apartment. Oh, dude, endorsement. I mean, dude, it's being famous. So I even said too, if you're in the Olympics.
Oh yeah, that's what I
being
think
famous
Olympics
matters
should
way
be
more.
important.
Ugh.
What do I want to talk about? I want to talk about. Oh yeah, Boeing. How the
Oh.
so yo, tell me why they can't really make airplanes, and they try to make a huge spaceship, and they sent astronauts out there. They're supposed to be out there for like I think 3 months, and now they won't be back until the end of possibly the beginning of the new year, just because they made enough. I don't know what they ran out of. Probably fuel. I could only imagine. So now Boeing has to work with NASA, and SpaceX is willing to volunteer to help NASA to help Boeing to get that spaceship back. So we lost three intelligent people because they accidentally. I don't know why they would trust a company that is known to fail time to time when it comes down to safety inspections.
Yeah. Did you hear about this, Cole? Did you hear about Boeing and they've had some of their stuff with their planes and shit? Or no?
No, but I heard that basically we've been delving a lot deeper into the spatial stuff lately.
Yeah. No, but for those who don't know, Boeing has had controversies where like one of them basically I don't remember what they got someone killed because they were outing them for like basically long story short, Boeing doesn't know how to make good like planes and shit, and that's why it's weird that Boeing of all people they decided to go on this space mission. So that's what happened. Even I was like, bro, even if I was those people, I should have been like, I don't think I want to trust the company that it has a rumor that they assassinated someone because they tried saying, oh, this plane isn't fit for to fly, and it wasn't. And I don't know, but but Boeing's had a lot of controversy. I don't know that many. All I know is that you think about it. I know at a surface level, and I already don't trust Boeing. Like I never want to fly with that company, bro. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Especially like as an airplane company, like having a good publicity for anything. If it's something super important, right? Like military or air, or transport. Yeah, you kind of want them to have a clean record. Like that's a necessity because you're the one driving that shit or whatever. So it's whatever. That's the funny thing that you brought up. But yeah. Anything else you wanted to bring up, Vile? That is a funny one.
No. Oh wait. Okay. No, that's it. That's all the funny one.
Okay. Perfect. So one thing I think CODLY would probably get a good kick out. See, I'm talking about it now. So did you guys hear about that new Capcom game that came out? The Kunitsu Gami Path of the Goddess. It's like a rip-off of Kami looking game.
I think somebody told me about it.
No, I don't know.
So, I mean, I can share right now if you guys want.
Alright, please do.
Yeah, let's talk about it since I'm playing it right now. That's something
Well, you playing it right now? What the heck?
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. So here's the thing. You guys want to know if a game's not doing good if it's on Game Pass. Exo Primal, that game didn't do good.
That's kind of messed up. That's not fair.
It's true.
That's not fair to say.
So.
Oh, I played this.
So the thing about this game, like, okay, so it's basically, here's the one thing, right? Something gamers say all the time. I know. I feel like CODLY will go off on a tangent, so he'll back me up on this. Gamers always say they want something new, and then we don't want the same shit or whatever. They're like, everyone's basically just a COD player. We finally have a new IP, and they didn't fuck it up. Like, don't get me wrong, if they fuck it up, that's fine. Exo Primal fucked it up. We all wanted Dino Crisis Lost Planet. We didn't get that. We got some other bullshit. Here's something actually unique. It's like RTS action hack and slash game. That's with a unique style, it's all Okami. Someone said it feels like a Capcom game they would have made in the PS2 era, right? Because what does Capcom do now? All they do is Street Fighter, Resident Evil, and maybe something else. That's it. Like that's all we get. We don't get any of their old IPs. Where's Beautiful Joe? Where's Okami? We don't get none of that shit. People are always saying, "Where's this?" Then when we finally get it, no one's playing this shit. Like nobody cares. Like dude, I looked up video. No, there's not even like a million views, whatever. Like even at the Capcom showcase, like. Dude, literally, like, I swear to God, if you're one of those Capcom players that said that stupid shit, oh, when's Resident Evil? You are literally the problem. Like, I can't stress enough that all these people say they want something new, but they actually don't. What they want is the same shit, but in a different face. Good example, look at Callisto Protocol. Everyone was giving that game shit because, they were comparing it to Dead Space. Like, dude, this is made by the people who made Dead Space, but they wanted to make something different, something new. And then, no. And this is the thing they don't realize, a lot of people, is that when people make these things, they want to make something new. That's why they stop. Like people, I don't understand why the creator of Naruto doesn't make Naruto. Like when you're an artist, I've seen this from enough times from watching documentaries, and even I get it myself too as someone who actually is delving into indie. It's like you want to, branch out. You want to do new ideas. You don't want to stick with the same thing for too long. You're gonna get bored. It gets stale. And too many people like, no, we just want like 500 of Final Fantasies, you know. Whereas like that's why like a lot of these things outside of a handful of series, like the creator's almost never there. You know, people want to branch out, but no, these I would say it's primarily gamer normies and normie normies. They just look at COD players, right? They just want the same shit over and over again, but with a different skin, right? Like look what happened. Oh, we brought advanced movement. Oh, we don't like this. You know, we want boots on the ground and like. I don't know. To me, that's why I'm so mad that this game isn't doing as good as it is. Because we're actually getting a AAA style, like from a AAA company, an indie, like what would be normally an indie title, right? Like you're not gonna find an indie title with the fidelity and effort and budget that was put into this game, you know. And with the Okami, oh by the way, I'm using the Okami sword and Okami outfit, and even there's Okami music, like you know. But you get what I'm saying? Like people say they want something new, but they don't. What they really mean is no, give me the same thing, but with a different skin. And that's why I say Callisto Protocol was a completely unique thing. And I loved it. I actually really liked it. But then you saw a bunch of... Well, I hated them. I call them fake Resident Evil fans. And they're like, oh, no, the Dead Space is better. Just play this. And it's like, dude, literally you could just hear, oh, they're scrubs. Like, they just don't want to play anything else. And the funny thing is, they're like scrub Resident Evil players. Like, they're the ones that can only play 4 on normal. They're not even like real Resident Evil players that play the OGs with the camera angles or like do challenge runs and shit. Like, they're literally just like the what I call scrub RE players. That's the best way I can put it.
So I did play this game yesterday. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that was the title of this game. I just saw it. I was like, oh, this looks like a Japanese game. Let me go play it. I mean, and I don't know. I didn't really care for it.
Oh, see. Well, you're a Norman. You're fine. You can.
Oh hell no. You see what I don't like? I don't like that part. I don't like to do the leadership
strategy
commands.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't like strategy shit.
Well, see, look, here's the thing. It's if it's not your company, that's fair, right? See, Vayu can get a pass, and you gave it a fair shot. Most people won't even give this game a fucking shot.
Like honestly, if I was a teacher and one of my students made a game like this, obviously they're gonna get a pass, right? It's workable, it's durable. I do like the atmosphere, but it's just not my type of play style.
And that's fair, and I think that's honestly fair. Like that's 100% fair as fuck. But yeah, CODLY, what are your thoughts on that? The gamers don't actually want something new and innovative. I mean, that's basically what the crux of this subject is. Like, have you noticed this as well? I mean, there's another. I guess I'll put it as an example later on of another game that does something new, and people were saying, "Oh, this should be an FPS." So yeah, they'll say, "Oh, this should be an FPS." Oh, this should be this. And that like they just want to like, dude, no, this is a unique thing. Like you know what? I'll talk about it a bit. I don't know if I can show the clip, but I might well. So you can get an idea. So basically, imagine like a world like Killzone and Armored Core, but you're not in the mech. You're not the soldiers. You're not even the main character. You're literally just a random dude who's scavenging, right? Like you're literally imagine Escape from Tarkov, but you're set in the setting of like Killzone Armored Core, and your goal is just to survive. Like that's all it is. Like you're just there doing you. And there was a lot, like I say, a lot of unique things. And I saw a lot of comments, even the dude addressed it. Like too many people saying, "Oh, there should be this." Like that defeats the purpose of this game existing. This is a unique take on this. Like the setting in the world is obviously not that new, but the way you interact with it is, right? I mean, I don't want to go off. I want to let you go off. I feel cool that you'll have a lot of good tangents. I mean, unless Val, you want to say something real quick.
I was just gonna say the way you're describing it was like as if Rey, before she became a Jedi, she was like a scavenger in a battlefield. After battle, she scavenged the weapons. I thought that's what you're trying to be like.
And except Star Wars is gay, so who cares? But yeah, CODLY, your thoughts? Do you agree with this statement? Have you personally seen people not want new ideas and new, cool, innovative gameplay over just the same slop?
Have quite personal opinion on all of it, to be honest.
No, go for it. Or too personal?
No. Like I can actually go into detail.
Oh, go for it. See, hopefully, sorry, I went off too long. I genuinely feel like you'd have good thoughts, and it seems I was right. But go for it. The stage is yours.
So I think one of my biggest pet peeves with people nowadays is where to even begin. Sorry.
No, you're good. It's perfect.
But
make sure the game's not too loud.
You basically covered the players who basically they're not even wanting anything new. They're just wanting the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't get me wrong. I understand wanting a remaster or reimagining, and it's always okay, yeah. But that's not my biggest problem. My biggest problem is with the players who do that, and it's not just the players that do that too. It's also the players who also say they want something new, and these game developers, these companies, they come out with a new game, and rather than keeping an open mind, because it's not like the games they played, They whine, they cry, and they demand change. Well, the problem they're not realizing is that is change. They themselves are refusing to accept the change to the game because, like I said before, and it's not all the players. Some of the game developers do play a part in this as well. But my biggest issue here is a lot of players they kick, they scream, and they want something new. And when they get what they want, they're not satisfied. And the thing is, I genuinely think gamers these days have grown spoiled. I remember when I was younger, and players were actually genuinely excited for the next thing, even if the game was utter complete trash fire. People still appreciate it because it was a new game, it was a new concept, it was a new change. Like Final Fantasy 13, I'll use that as an example. Everybody fucking hated it. Everybody just despised it for its game mechanics, but they still respected it as a Final Fantasy series game because it was still good. Its gameplay was horrible, yes, and the game story had much to desire, but people loved Final Fantasy 13 soundtrack. They had beautiful music, and the soundtracks are amazing. People used to find the good in the trashiest of games, and we don't have that anymore. Somebody sees something they don't like, whole game's trash, no good aspects about it.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. That's it. He's right. You know what else I think it is too? It's not even just that. Yeah, it basically kind of loops around that people don't give things a chance. You know, like that's what I was getting from 13. Because the thing is, like, to this day, people still shit on 13, but they'll still talk about the redeeming. Because I seen the whole documentary, but it's like that's why you said 13. I was like, dude, that is actually a really good example. Right, and the thing is, everybody knows about 13, right? Like, because like I guess I don't care for the Final Fantasy series, but even I heard about fucking 13 from a mile away because everybody was loud about that shit. But like you said, people actually gave it a shot. People actually have opinions about it. They don't just like, oh, I'm not gonna try it. I don't care. 0 out of 10.
And particularly too is like, I'm not saying this is all players by no means. There's plenty of players out there with open minds that enjoy a new game. I mean, heck, us three are living proof of that. But at the same time, there's still also an equal number of players out there with narrow-minded views on new games. And until we can get people to start being more open-minded about these new games coming out, the likelihood of us seeing a new revolutionized game is very unlikely.
Yeah, no. You know what? And I feel like I almost get like a depressing tone from that, and bro, that's literally me, man. It's like, fuck, dude. Like I get like seriously, like wait, I keep quick question. Can you guys, Val, you see what I'm playing? CODLY, can you see what I'm playing? Can you see? Do you see the screen share that I'm sharing right now, or no?
Oh no, I can't. My thing would freak out if I tried.
Oh no, that's fine. Don't worry about it. You can always look back at it. But yeah, that's why I was so upset because I was actually really excited for this because remember I'm a Capcom fan and I was excited to see like finally a new IP and it's not Booty Water Exoprimal and like I said, I'm enjoying it. Look, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm playing this on stream live, and I actually really enjoy it. Like, okay, cool, whatever. No one wants to give this literally. Like, it was so annoying seeing like the second this popped up trailer, nobody cared. Like, they didn't even want to give it a fucking shot. And I think part of the problem, like, and this happened, right? This is a trend. People don't realize, like, it's something that's always happened, right? Like, people, oh, if the game's not 3D, remember PS1 era, no one really cared, even though we had one of the best 2D games ever, which is Castlevania, right? And it started a whole fucking genre with Metroidvania and shit. And now we have a niche group. Like, we're part of the problem where I feel like, same, we've discussed this before, we can go into it more again, is like graphics is kind of ruined. It's kind of like brain rotted. It's brain rotted, people. Like, if a game is literally not a first person, third person, generic shooter or something, they don't care. Like, the game, like, oh, it could be zombies, or doesn't care. But it has to have, like, it has to look like this or we do not fucking care. Like, straight up. And I noticed there was a 2D game, but then it would switch to third person. I was like, and I literally looked at it and said, I guarantee you the second they switch perspective, more people cared about this. Like, we're to the point where developers, even if they want a certain style, they have to do something to make people... Even this game does it! I have to change I can change the camera. In old ones, the camera would be stuck. But they give you to change the camera, like if it's a third-person action game, just to appease to people. And I know Mario's gonna go on the whole same thing. It's like, remember when games used to be different? Like, it was a different game you were playing, right? Like, someone being good at like, even shooters, like, well, being good at the Alien shooter is not the same as being good at COD or Medal of Honor or another shooter, because they played vastly different from each other. Whereas now, every game just plays like a different booty water version of COD. But yeah, that's my mini thing. Feel free to keep going off more, CODLY, because I feel like you have more to say.
No, I just, like I said, it's just like, I said players aren't all that bad about it, but like if we're looking to get a new revolutionized game, we gotta start being a little bit more open-minded about the new about new changes and like different takes on how game mechanics work.
Yeah, and the thing is, right now we see it with AAA India. Like we're slowly seeing because it's funny. The only way you can see is like these AAA companies, but they're too happy being in their little safe spot. They're gonna go with their battle pass, their rip off COD, you know. So I don't think we're gonna see any time soon in a sense. But we're seeing it with triple indies because guess what? Now they're pushing people so much to the point where they're willing to try out indie titles. You know, like I feel like there is still some glimmer of hope. But to get that big title, I mean, you guys already know. Outside of like, I would say maybe I'm tooting my horn too much, but I'm going for my game. That's the standard I'm trying to reach. But the reason why I said before with my game, the reason why my game is going to destroy the AAA industry is not because it's good, but because you guys suck so bad that a dude in his basement can do a better job than you. You know? But and even then, guess what? It's going to probably take years, and who knows will it ever get noticed? Like, there's still a chance of luck. You know, it's going to be the first Roblox, and then yada yada, all that other bullshit, right? But yeah, no, just absolutely. Oh shit. I mean, like, and again, look, we have an actual AAA company try and nothing. Nobody cared. It's like, bruh. I don't know. But yeah, Val, you got anything else to add to that? I mean, you're the resident normie, man. What could we get to you for your dumbass?
Resident normie.
You are. That's your role here, bitch.
For me to play a game that is different. I don't know. It's kind of weird, right? Because everybody liked the Yakuzas, and the Yakuzas was basically the same, but it's just a different area, different storyline. Except Yakuza did change it. I think Yakuza was the only community that people actually enjoyed of the change. It was sort of goofy. They went like a Saints Row style. It was like like a dragon that was like a sister of the series, and you never heard anybody complain about that. But
I feel like. Oh no, keep going.
You said that every other game shoots like Call of Duty. I would strongly disagree. You were talking.
But that's because you actively play it. But in terms of a general sense, like for a normie, non-heavy COD player, because no, there is a difference. Like COD has some of the best shooting out of all of them. But like generally, when it comes to everything reloads with square, everything shoots with L1L. That's like what I'm referring to. Like the controls are basically the same.
But you would
don't have a smooth.
Would you want the controls to be different?
Yeah, actually, Mara. Even I know Mar would agree.
If you have the controls different, then
but not all the time. Like even then, not just the controls. The controls would be one aspect, but like actual like mechanics, right? Or don't just make every game a linear. Oh, this. You know what I'm saying? Like not just be the same shit. Like that's more so I'm referring to. Like not everything has to be a military shooter. Not everything has to have, you know. Oh, it's whatever. Maybe it's hard to explain.
Because I think it would be harder to enjoy games if each game had a different reload button. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing: the PS1 did that though. Like I feel like controls are just a small aspect of it, not the whole picture. You know what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying every game has to reinvent reload, but it'd be nice if not every game made fucking reload square. Do you know what I'm saying, right? Don't make every game vastly different, but don't make every game the same. Like there's a fine line, right? I mean, good example. Battlefield does it. Crouch is R3.
Yeah, but I feel like the laziness of there comes in with the fact that the reason they do that and they don't change up the game inputs is because they put in a setting is, we'll just put the same game inputs as basically every other game and just put the setting in there. If they want to change it up, they can with changed key bindings and basically leave it to the player. So I feel like there's a sense of laziness that comes into that.
No, I think you're absolutely correct. I think a lot of it is lazy because at the end of that's the trend we're seeing here. It's just laziness. Like how can we easily just manufacture? Because at the end of the day, like I said, AAA, it's just a manufacturing plant. Like they don't actually care.
You know what's funny? When you mentioned the R3 being crouched, I remember that used to be a thing, and then now everything is usually B. But if one game is like, let's say if Call of Duty is crouches B and then Battlefield is R3, I wouldn't mind that as much because it's pretty much similar to each other.
Thing, right? And then see, similar. And the thing is, R3 for clicking makes way more sense in Battlefield because of how tactical. Like crouching for circle, I'm like okay, yeah, because of how fast. Oh, you crouch, whatever, shoot, whatever. But like in Battlefield, yeah, no, to me, and I do prefer. I actually will always crouch circle in COD and R3 in Battlefield. It makes again because it actually makes sense. Because Battlefield is more tactical. That it makes more sense that you want to have your thumb freed up. Still aim while you crouch. You know, just the nature of how that game works. I mean, same with COD, but that's a backpack full, right? But see, look at that. Like, look, see, that's what I meant. Now do you get me wrong? Like, see, it's not that different, but it's different, and it makes sense for the game too. We don't have that, and like I said, it loops back to what CODLY was saying. That developers are just lazy, man. They dead ass just be like, you know what, we're just gonna do this and that's it. We're gonna do copy COD or Battlefield. We're not even gonna try to actively think about the game.
Do you think the Far Cry series is?
Oh, dude, Far Cry went to shit after 2.
What you think? Is it
2 was
bad because it's basically the same thing but different areas?
Yeah, no. Here's the thing about Far Cry. They're okay. They're mid. I personally think 3's overrated. I like 4. 4's fine. 5, oddly, is surprisingly pretty okay, but it's probably one of the worst ones. Blood Dragon is the best because, and here's the thing. This is why 2 and Blood Dragon are my favorite because they're mad different. Blood Dragon is a giant love letter to the 80s, right? Like actually unique things, the guns and references. Like even though it plays like, generic shooter, but what does it bring to the table? A unique setting, and it fulfills it. Like you literally reload the shotgun like the Terminator from the fucking films. Like come on, bro. Like that's cool. You know, like it actually to me that's what I feel like with any game is what's your gimmick and do you fulfill it? That's why I hate when people be shitting on some games like, oh, this is like. Here's the thing, like Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, some people hate it, especially even now they're like, oh, it doesn't play like Elden Ring. Why are you trying to make this game play like an old game? I was supposed to say, Jedi Fallen Order is better. Like no. Here's why. First of all, The Force Unleashed is better. 1, better story. 2, better character. And 3, better story. And also, here's the thing about what most people want from a game, especially a Star Wars game. You want to feel like a Jedi. Jedi Fallen Order brings a unique take, and that's why I enjoy it. It's unique. But it's not going to beat The Force Unleashed. Like, when you play The Force Unleashed, homie, you feel like a motherfucking Jedi, bro. Like, one of the strongest Jedi. And canonically, it is, and it succeeds. That's why, to me, games like The Force Unleashed, you can never shit on, because it came out with a goal to do, like, we want you to feel like the Force is unleashed. That's what this is the title say. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. Nah, bro, the Force was unleashed. And I feel too many games fail on that. Like, because remember in the early days when their games had this badass cover. I've seen it PS1, even NES games. It has like a cool chopper. Then you play the game, it's boop, boop, boop. You're like, what the fuck is this? But then the PS2 and then especially PS3 era came. Now we live in an era where games can actually fulfill their promise. Like the games can look like the cover art, you know? And too many games like, okay, yeah, what's your gimmick? That's why to me, like, see, that's why I was saying I don't want to play 14, whatever. The gimmick doesn't appeal to me. You know, okay, cool. And in some games, even if they have a gimmick, like there'll be a game, super realistic. A good example, The Division is a good example. Everyone wanted to play The Division because they're like, oh, it's basically like a Tom Clancy's tactical open world game. It's not. It's just the let me spend my time and loot game. That's why a lot of people dropped it. It did not fill the expectations, and too many games don't do that. How many times you see a trailer and then the game, you know say like literally, oh, the game trailer, the game, then the actual gameplay, you're like, the fuck is this? Like we reverted. How did we go backwards? I remember when Armored Core 3 came out. And people lost their minds, like what you saw in the cutscenes happened in the game. Like one thing in the cutscene, the dude drops his gun, and that's it. And that's something that was like, oh, that's so cool. And then it's an actual mechanic in the game. Like remember when trailers, even if they were just cutscenes, were showing off elements of the gameplay, and people were like, oh, what's speculate, oh, how this is. And then guess what? In actual Armored Core 3, if you ran out of ammo, you can drop your main weapon and pick up a secondary, and it would make you lighter because you're not carrying a primary. Like, oh my god, fucking crazy thought. And then now, when we see trailers. They don't tell you anything about the game. People can speculate, and they're always wrong. Everyone thought the Division was going to be super tactical. Oh, you could get headshot. Oh, normers are going to like this game. And then it turned out to be one of the most normie, boring bullshit you ever fucking played. You know? So that's another thing. Is basically, I feel like most modern games are false advertisement. That's the best way I can put it. Before they were, but that was because of the limitations of the hardware, whereas now, they don't understand, right? Like, what is your gimmick? What does it appeal, right? Like, I don't really care for fairy wizards and bullshit, but I like my Dungeons and Dragons, right? Like, basically, I'm saying, like, oh, I'm a Lord of the Rings guy, not a Harry Potter guy. Some people like their wizards and shit, and goes, you know, hey, power to you, bro. But my dick is this big. The same, I need violence, blood, and, like, some hardcore shit. I can only handle so much wizard and wand waving shit. Like, you know, like, I need some berserk shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of fucking medieval shit I like, you know? And to each their own, right? Same with shooters. Like, I like tactical shit far more than arcadey stuff. That's why I get bored of fucking Call of Duty. I have no idea what's said at this tangent, but that's where we're at. Anyone got thoughts on that? I don't remember what the fuck I was saying at the goddamn time. I'm gonna keep it real.
This was just straight up about the what games will I be interested in to make things different. Yeah, but I honestly don't know what's the next greatest genre of video games I would enjoy.
My because my fucking game. That's why. And like I said, it goes back to how even CODLY was saying, and the reason why my game is going to be the next big thing if it can pop off, is because most developers, they don't really play anything outside of what they're used to, you know? Like, good luck trying to find a developer that actually genuinely understands fighting games. Like, I don't know if I told you guys, did I tell you guys I got hit up by a VR developers because they were making a VR fighting game, and I covered it, like, how it actually isn't, like, it's only a VR fighting game in name, not in practice. And even I was giving lax to the developers, like, oh, maybe they understand it from a surface level, right? Like most people don't understand how fighting games actually work. But I was like, oh no, and I was praising. You know, what I was looking at it for what it was, not what I wanted it to be, right? That's one of the big quotes. Like, play a game for what it is, not what you want it to be. And that's what I was looking at when I was reviewing. It's like, okay, I got off the bat like this is not an actual fighting game. The title of fighting game is only like in vain, right? Like in a surface level way, like because they use Mortal Kombat as a reference in the promotion materials. Like they say in a sense that like the feeling like no, it's not gonna play anything like an arcade fighting game, right? But I see that they're trying to do like what their perception of it is, right? And I'm like, yeah, we should welcome that. Like I said, I wasn't saying, oh, because it doesn't have this, it's a bad VR game. It's like I understood inherently because it's a VR title, it cannot play like a fighting game, right? And I was even discussing why, again, that video did so good that dude, like the actual developers hitted me up and they even invited me to Gamescom, bro. They did no bullshit. I have the DMs for that and everything. And you know what? The point I'm trying to get with this is like, look at that, like the actual developer and everything. None of them on their team know anything about high-level fighting games, and again, they actually are interested in trying to see if they can incorporate it into the VR fighting game. That they are willing to hit up a random YouTuber so they can get insight on it, right?
So you think like VR is going to be the new style of gaming still?
No, VR is still too inaccessible to the average person, and again, same thing is, it's still very young. People don't have a lot of experience, and a lot of developers aren't that interested in cading. Because at the end of the day, the Wii showed one thing is people don't care for motion controls. They just want a controller in the hand and fuck off, right? VR gaming in itself is a niche, a very interesting niche, I would say.
So you don't think VR is gonna be everyone like has a console in their home? You don't think they're actually just gonna have a straight up VR? Because VR, you could do multiple things. You could have like a bigger screen than you have in your TV.
Yeah, but like I said, the problem is it's just too inaccessible still. I don't see it popping. Like I think it hit its peak with the PSVR 1, but right now the PSVR 2 is showing that people's interest in VR is like it was like the gimmick. They went through its phase and that's it. Most people are like, nah, I'm good. Like they're fine. And it's true. Like I said, the sales says everything. But anything you want to? I mean, you didn't get any thoughts off, CODLY. Do you want to go off anything that I was saying?
Oh no, I'm good.
So you're enjoying my little combo. Then I'm not gonna lie, I forgot what the fuck I said either. I'm gonna keep it $1.50.
It's actually.
But yeah. I mean, you agree with that, right? Too. At the very least, I would say this much: is that there's no way in hell you're gonna find. Like I said, part of it is laziness. I agree with Cold. Like the developers are just definitely lazy. I feel it's two things, right? Like imagine you're just, I'm a generic COD developer or something. You're too lazy. Like, no, I only want to make COD clones, right? It's a lazy mentality and focus. But then also maybe say like, oh, that's all you ever played and you never got the chance. Like me, I'm fucking bored. I'm lucky that I love gaming so much that I went out of my way to save money as a kid to buy games, right? But do I expect every fucking person to be able to do that? Fuck no. So part of it, yeah, I think developers are just lazy, like physically lazy. They don't want to put in the effort, and then narrow-minded, like they're super lazy. They don't want to put in more mental energy. But then also a good part of it's like, well, yeah, if all you play is MMOs, how the fuck are you gonna know how to do anything else? And that's why, fun fact, that's why Redfall did bad. A lot of these gaming companies don't know this. They think, oh, you make a game, oh, you could totally make a live service FPS. Like, hell no. Same reason why that Mass Effect game did bad. Like, dude, they make turn-based, or no, they make RPG story game. They don't make a live service third-person action shooter game. Like that. These companies don't understand. You can't just get one developer who makes insert game here and they could totally make a dude. Hell no.
Redfall is actually a different game than any other game ish. But yet it was just the mechanics that made it so disappointing.
For which one again?
Redfall. Yeah. It was because there were so many bugs. It wasn't
because they have no experience. They have no experience. Like literally, like making a top-down game or a shooter or a fighting game, they require completely different fucking skill sets. It's like asking a dude who runs, and again, same like going back to the Olympics. It's like asking a dude who runs. All right, cool, you can run a marathon. Like it's reasonable to get him. Okay, he can try to maybe run like a sprint, but he's not built for it. Okay, but close enough. Okay, all right, you're a marathon runner. All right, go into wrestling. Like that's not the same. I'm not. I don't have the body build for wrestling, and I have no idea how to wrestle. They're two completely different fields. Like they can learn and get better, sure, but giving the track runner a year just to learn wrestling is not going to touch a dude who's been wrestling since he was a kid, and he's like 30 or some bullshit, out from the countryside. You're gonna get clapped. And that's just, and with development, it's even harder because here's the difference. Is you just lose, that's it. You only have, we have 1 year. That's why, like, I can't stress enough when people, this 1 year pipeline, I don't know, Call of Duty started a bad trend. It is not enough to make a game, bro. I've been developing for 6 months. I still don't even have a playable demo out. Like, I cannot stress enough how insane it is. A year is not enough. Because honestly, it takes a year just to get used to the engine. I'm gonna keep it $150 from what I've been seeing. I'm still learning and shit. And think about it, you're spending. That's why again, Frostbite, the engine was designed for Battlefield, and EA literally said, "Oh, we're gonna use this for everything." The Need for Speed team struggled with Frostbite because Frostbite is not really built for racing games. And that's again, now you guys know, looping back, why I think Unreal is a great engine. Unreal Engine is a great engine because whether you want to make a shooter, an MMO, a fighting game, a racer, Unreal is a very flexible fucking engine. You could do whatever the fuck you want in that shit. That's why I can't recommend it enough to any interested indie dev, because it's just so flexible. Mind you, if you're not trying to make something super low budget, then in which case go to like RPG Maker, which is also very flexible. Like they're both different than flexible. One's more flexible and slightly easier to work with in a sense, and then one's more flexible, but you can like the sky's the limit, and that's Unreal, right? But yeah, I mean, I know you got any thoughts on that, CODLY, as far as what I was saying?
Basically stated most of the points.
Damn, fuck. Am I cock blocking a lot of your points? I mean, feel free to interrupt me if you want, dog.
Oh no! This is your show, friend.
I mean, yeah, but the thing is, it's a Vibecast. Dude, I want you guys to talk more than me because I already talk too much on my own, bro. Shit. But I mean, and then again, a lot of it, I was looping back to you because you said a lot of good points. It really is like, yeah. So now people know that yeah, developers are just kind of lazy, but it's not also their fault. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, well, I want your thoughts on that. I want to hear what your take is specifically, like why and whatever. Like mainly more so like why you agree. Why basically why people can't do what I'm doing, right? Like why people can't make my game. Why do you think my game, like even you have to agree, it has to be a 1 in a million chance? Like there's no way in hell we're getting a fighting game. It's a fighting game, but we have our World War II it's literally just Street Fighter, Call of Duty, or like just every game, like literally every game I like. Like it's not a secret that my game is taking a lot of influence from every game I've ever played ever, basically. But remember, the main mode is a fighting game, but the side modes are other games. Like I said, when I do the World War II campaign, it's just gonna be a Call of Duty campaign. Like they're side modes, like they're just side modes. The main mode is a fighting game, but the side modes are there to bring people to play a fighting game. That's the reason I'm doing that. Like, because I need to give people a reason to want to play a fighting game, and I notice most people don't want to go outside their circle. So like, oh, you know what? Let's make COD and a fighting game. Oh, let's make Final Fantasy and a fighting game. Shit like that. And yeah, I know. Sorry to overloop what I was saying, but yeah, I want your thoughts on why you know for sure that we're probably not gonna get another developer like me for actual probably a next generation. Like, mind you, I'm an indie dev.
Honestly, like I said too, it's just the reason is, well, and you basically, like you said yourself, you are making a chimera of a game.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you're taking all the good aspects and you're going to be bundling it up into a really kick-ass game. And thing is, well, first and foremost, most game developers don't even have the time to kind of have a chance at that creativity. Fortunately for developers like you and me, we have the time to work and have our first game be exactly how we want it. And you're right. Your first game is probably not going to be like any other. And one of the reasons for that is well, ironically, it's going to sound, you're your own person. You have your own goals, your own set ways, and you're currently building it the way how you envision it. You don't have like hundreds of people also basically trying to share your vision.
Yeah.
So basically, it's going to be narrowed down more to your point, and people are going to be able to see that.
True. Is that all your thoughts, CODLY? Anything else?
Yeah, I have one other thing.
Okay.
I believe everybody is capable of making their own unique, revolutionary game. I think what it takes to do it is time, patience, and the effort of going through all the rounds to make it the best game it possibly can be. And GG, you know this yourself, and this goes for anyone listening, is no game is going to be perfect. No matter how hard. There's going to be glitches, there's going to be flaws, there's going to be things that are going to get missed. But that's the beautiful thing about first games. is you're meant to help us see what we have our strengths in and what we have our weaknesses in. And that's why typically the sequels are typically known as the make or breaks. The sequel shows whether you as a game developer are learning from what your past game flaws were and you better it, or it'll show that you haven't learned anything at all and it ends up becoming even worse version of its predecessor.
True. Yeah, you're right. Speaking Barcer. And that's what you wanted to get off cold anymore? You good?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm done. I was just trying to give it a little inspiration for those who are trying to become game devs.
I mean, yeah. I mean, see, it's funny. I'll go the opposite. Like, yeah, I agree. I agree with that statement. But the thing is, it is hard. Like, the biggest reason why I'm the opposite effect why I didn't is because I don't want people to spend a year or two and then just give up and like, because it really isn't for them. Like, it's like, the thing is, try something out and see if it's not for you. That's the best thing is obviously try something out and know that it can be. But it is fucking hard. Like, that's why, like, especially for kids, like, I guess I said in the Vibecast too, like, why I don't think everyone should try to be a streamer or YouTuber is because, like, homie, do you really have what it takes? Like, I'm gonna be honest, I think more people have what it takes to be a developer over a streamer or YouTuber. I'm a cap. Because like, it's just your actual effort gets translated, whereas in something like that kind of shit, it doesn't translate. You're kind of just stuck there, you know? Like, it's literally luck. Like, oh, am I lucky? I mean, there's luck in game development too, but I feel there's more luck in streaming and YouTubing than there is in game development, honestly. Because you can market a game better than you can market yourself, you know?
Yeah. And the problem with new games... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you're good. Just go ahead.
One of the things that make new games also very difficult is your new game can be perfect. But everybody's tastes and opinions are different, meaning not everybody's going to like our games that we create. And that's one of the biggest problems well, I shouldn't say we, but more game developers have trouble, new ones starting out, is they get discouraged because not everyone loves their game.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of critics, is they help us better it. And you know what? So, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes some critiques are just downright wrong. And you just got to push them to the side and move on.
Yeah.
But you have to keep an open mind too. And if when somebody says something like, listen, this mechanic's really messed up, take the time, do that mechanic yourself and see if there's a point. If there's something off about it, jump at fixing it. If you think that basically they're talking out of their ass, well, we'll find out in the sequel.
You know, it's funny because there's a good video I've seen this is why playtesting is so important, because you as a developer, you're going to know your game, right? It was a great one. He was talking about, he basically has like a wall run mechanic and wall dashing, and it's unique. It's not like Timefall. And he was using the playtesters were not using any, and he's seen that it was an actual problem with the game. Like, he's like, I want it to stay, and I agree. Like, I want this to stay, but clearly, so it's like, so you know what? Sometimes there's a problem where no one is wrong. Okay, yeah, the dash mechanic, something's wrong, and he realized the problem wasn't so much. It was two things. It was the mechanic that he needed to fix himself. Like, good example, when you stare at an opponent, you can do an insta dash, but he made it where if you even look off for a second, it dislocks on. You lose the timer. So he made it where even if you look a little bit away, you still get a 3-second timer. If you look back in, then the game knows, or whatever. And it won't switch and say someone was next to him. He would make, okay, it will only, unless you directly stare at them, then we'll reset it, right? And it also makes a more generous hitbox. Like, it makes it where, like, the aim zone is bigger. So it's easier to aim at them. So, like, say if you're aiming over the shoulder, the game knows, oh, you're more or less aiming to dash in his direction. And then it will prioritize it, like, for whoever's first. Like, it'll go, oh, who did you look at first? That's because he would have another problem where people would try to dash an opponent. They would dash someone they're not even looking at. And because they would, like, say you're aiming at a dude, but it would aim at the dude behind him. So he made it where a priority system. Who did you look at first? And then distance. So say if there are two, it's going to think, okay, you want the dude in front of you, not the dude behind him. That's number one. And that makes sense. You're going to want the dude in front, not behind. And if you aim for the dude behind him first, because that would happen, because he did do that. It would have a glitch where, like, okay, let me name the dude at the left. But because the dude on the right was closer, the game thought it was him. And that's like, because remember, they made the hitboxes generous. So even though he was looking at the dude on the left, the hitbox of the dude on the right collided. So the game thought, prioritize this. You know, like, see, little things like that. Like, so that was the first thing. He actually saw mechanically there was something wrong, and he's like, okay. Second thing is he realized he didn't do a good job of level designing. The game didn't encourage people to learn the mechanic organically. And he realized, that's the problem. You see, there are things that you have to see that, you know, and it's okay. Even for me, like, quarter circles will not leave. Like, I don't care what anyone says, right? My vision, like, that is the point of fighting games. the quarter circles stay. But if I see in my game that people aren't adopting it or they're having a problem with it, I know the problem is not the mechanic, and I'm not gonna blame the players and be like, oh, they suck, whatever. It has to be something in the, the in between. That's something I can't stress. That's why it's good that you do that.
They
And
call it the system.
Exactly. But it's a great video. I gotta post it in here some point. But yeah, I thought it was and it gave me good insight, and I've even seen other ones, like again, why playtesting is important. And another one was talking about puzzles, right? Like you'll solve it, but you know the answer. And then that's why when I do playtesting, a lot of it's me looking like literally, like that's why I can never say, you're not wrong. Like there are things that are intuitive, like gameplay design is an art, and that's why they spend hours for this shit. Like, is your level design and your it's not only is it the mechanics, right? You can see if the mechanics aren't working the way they're intended. Like, okay, I need to fix this. That's the easy part. The hard part is seeing, is the way I designed the level making the players play the game the way I want them to, right? Because the problem is not the player. It's gonna be you if they're not playing the way you want them to, right? That's the real tricky part, and that's why you need playtesting. And so I said when it comes to playtesting, I want people that I know are actual gamers. Because again, like I said, at the same thing with my thing is, I don't want to appeal. Like I said, what CODLY was saying, I absolutely agree with that statement. It's like, it's a fighting game, right? There are some things I will refuse. Like if someone's like, oh, why does this game have input motions? Like you can go fuck yourself. Like that's literally the point of this game, right? But I'm also making it easier for people who've never played fighting games before. Like, oh, I'm having missions where it's literally just doing a quarter circle, right? Like I'm trying to appeal to people who've never played fighting games before, but I'm not going to completely get rid of what makes a fighting game a fighting game. That's not the point, right? So that's the in between.
I gotta vibe out. I'll see y'all soon. It was a pleasure meeting you, CODLY.
It was a pleasure meeting you too. Hopefully we can talk again soon.
Yes, sir. Y'all take care now.
All right, man. Catch you in the next one.
So ways no trust is left is gone. Yeah, it's gone. Might as well speed up. Open the legs, I might as well beat up. Yeah, love the money, I never could get enough. I'm in your head, I might as well call you bluff. You're not as hot as me, I got the heat though. No, talking down on me, you still beneath. No, I know it's hard to believe I play for keeps though. Up up past that tree, we can't disagree. She get on her knees, she got a degree. Swimming 7 seas, but I'm so floating though.